Hello everyone, my name is Harshita Jain. I'm currently an intern at Lexis and Company. Today I'm going to discuss what is Lok Adalat. So Lok Adalat is one of the alternative disputes redressal mechanisms. It is a forum where disputes or cases pending in the court of law or at pre-litigation stages are settled or compromised amicably. Lok Adalats have been given statutory status under the Legal Services Authorities Act of 1987. Under the said act, the award or decision made by the local adalats is deemed to be a decree of a civil court and is of final and binding on all parties. And no appeal against such an award lies before any court of law. If the parties are not satisfied with the award of the Lok Adalat, though there is no provision for an appeal against such an award, but they are free to initiate litigation by approaching the court of appropriate justice by filing a case by following the required procedure in exercise of their rights to litigate. There is no court fee payable when a matter is filed in a Lok Adalat. If a matter is pending in the court of law, is referred to the Lok Adalat and is settled subsequently, then the court fee originally paid in the court on the complaints or petition is also refunded back to the parties. The persons deciding the cases in the Lok Adalats are called the members of the Lok Adalats. They have the role of statutory counselators and do not have any judicial role. Therefore, they can only persuade the parties to come to a conclusion for settling the dispute outside the court in the Lok Adalat and shall not pressurize or coerce any of the parties to compromise or settle cases or matters either directly or indirectly. The Lok Adalat shall not decide the matters so referred at its own instance. Instead, the same would be decided on the basis of the compromise or settlement between the parties. The members shall assist the parties in an independent and impartial manner in their attempt to reach amicable settlement of their dispute. Now, what is the nature of cases that can be referred to Lok Adalat? First is any case pending before any court. Second is any dispute which has not been brought before any court and is likely to be filed before the court, but provided that any matter relating to an offence not compoundable under the law shall not be settled in Lok Adalat. Now, which Lok Adalat can be approached? As per section 18 subclause 1 of the Act, a Lok Adalat shall have jurisdiction to determine and to arrive at a compromise or settlement between the parties to a dispute in respect of first, the conditions that are discussed, any case pending before, or any matter which is falling within the jurisdiction of and is not brought before any court for which the Lok Adalat is organized, provided that the Lok Adalat shall have no jurisdiction in respect of matters relating to divorce or matters relating to any offence not compoundable under any law. Now, how to get the case referred to the Lok Adalat for settlement? For a case pending before the court and any dispute at litigative state. The State Legal Services Authority or District Legal Services Authority, as the case may be on receipt of an application from any of the parties at a pre-litigation stage, may refer such matter to Lok Adalat for amicable settlement of the dispute for which the notice would then be issued to the other parties. Now, what are the levels and compositions of Lok Adalat? At the state authority level, the member secretary of the State Legal Services Authority organizing the Lok Sabha would constitute benches of the Lok Adalat. Each bench comprising of a sitting or retired judge of the High Court or sitting or retired judicial officer, and any or both of a member from the legal profession, a social worker engaged in the upliftment of the weaker sections and interested in the implementation of legal services, schemes or programs. Second is at the High Court level. The Secretary of the High Court Legal Services Committee would constitute benches of the Lok Adalat, each bench comprising of a sitting or retired judge of High Court and any or both of a member from the legal profession, a social worker engaged in the upliftment of the weaker sections and interested in the implementation of services, schemes or programs. At the district level, the Secretary of the District Legal Services Authority organizing the Lok Adalat would constitute the benches of the Lok Adalat, each bench comprising of sitting or retired judicial officer and any or both of, again the same, social worker who is interested in upliftment of the weaker sections and or a person engaged in paralegal activities of the area, preferably a woman in this case. At taluk level, the Secretary of the Taluk Legal Services Committee organizing the Lok Sabha would constitute the benches of the Lok Adalat, each bench comprising of a sitting or retired judicial officer and any or both of either a member of the legal profession and or a social worker engaged in the upliftment of the weaker sections of the society and or a person engaged in paralegal activities of the area, preferably a woman. The National Lok Adalats are held for regular intervals where on a single day Lok Adalats are held throughout the country in all the courts, right from the Supreme Court till the taluk levels, wherein cases are disposed of in huge numbers. From February 2015, National Lok Adalats are being held on a specific subject matter every month. Now, permanent Lok Adalats are the other type of Lok Adalat is the permanent Lok Adalat. This is organized under Section 22B of the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. Permanent Lok Adalats have been set up as permanent bodies with a chairman and 2 members for providing compulsory pre-litigative mechanism for conciliation and settlement of cases relating to public utility services like transport, postal telegraph, etc. Here, even if the parties fail to reach to a settlement, the permanent Lok Adalat gets jurisdiction to decide the dispute, provided that the dispute is not does not relate to any offence. Further, the award of the permanent Lok Adalat is final and binding on all parties. The jurisdiction of the permanent Lok Adalats is up to rupees 10 lakhs. Here, if the party fails to reach to a settlement, the permanent Lok Adalat has the jurisdiction to decide the case. The award of the permanent Lok Adalat is final and binding upon the parties. The Lok Adalat may conduct the proceedings in such a manner as it is considered appropriate, taking into account the circumstances of the case, wishes of the parties like requests to hear oral statements, speedy settlement of dispute, etc. Now, in the modern time, mobile Lok Adalats are also organized in various parts of the countries, which travel from one location to another to resolve disputes in order to facilitate the resolution of disputes throughout the mechanism. As on 30th October 2015, more than 15.4 lakhs of Lok Adalats have been organized in the country since its inception. More than 8.25 crores of cases have been settled by this mechanism so far. If there are any doubts, any questions, do mention them in the comment box, and thank you for watching.